Time for baseball on the show from the bank, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the Colorado Rockies and the Philadelphia Phillies. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Woody Swanson out of the state of Arkansas is on the hill here. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, as I was researching this game, getting ready for it, looking at his numbers, opponent is hitting over 300. Over 300. That's just too much offense he's given up against him. So he's got to mix his pitches up. Try to keep hitters off balance if he wants to have any chance of staying in this game and giving his team a chance to win.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Now a hard liner, but foul. Hit out towards second. And that is through into right field for a single. So the leadoff hitter reaches with good speed. The 2-hole hitter can handle the bat. We'll see if they have a play on here with nobody out.
NOLAN ARENADO.
Here's Nolan Arenado. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Bautista looks up. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 9 on the year as the Rockies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, he tried to sneak a fastball by him, and like they always say, you can't sneak the cheese by the rat, particularly if it's up high like that one right there.
Batting third.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now.
Troy Tulowitzki.
As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's got the average to 321. 8 home runs and 25 driven in. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a consistent and fair umpire, Matt. Sometimes he might give a little on the corners, but it doesn't ever seem to impact the game too much.
A high fastball is in there. No outs, nobody on. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Here's the pitch. Lined hard toward right center. Jordan moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I've got an eye on Troy Tulowitzki. I love watching him hit. He just has a knack for getting on base. In fact, he's in the top 5 in that category in the National League. So expect him to see him work the count and hit the ball hard when he gets a pitch he can handle.
So stepping in, Sebastian Marquez, and the home away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Into the windup and the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Jordan has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Jeremy Valero.
Standing in, Jeremy Valero. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Rockies push across 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 2-0 Colorado. Kevin YABU gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, H?
Well, his last 3 outings have been interesting. He hasn't been bad, hasn't been great, but he's walked away with a no decision. So today he's looking to go maybe a little bit deeper and see if he can walk away with that W.
So striding forward now, John Jay, as we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Sean Shea.
Very weakly on the ground. Barehanded to first. How about that? A moment now to check out the hometown Phils starting lineup. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Harold?
Well, you come in and you realize, man, we're already down 2. What do? You play within yourself. We get a leadoff guy on. The next man moves him up or moves him over. Then our middle guys, maybe we hit a big bop to get in it. You don't have to go get 2 runs this inning. Just get 1. Keep chipping away and giving yourself a chance.
Coming to the plate now, Anthony Rendon, currently 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play. Now the pitch. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Harold, as we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, they're coming off winning a big game. I mean, they played great baseball. They scored a lot of runs in that win yesterday. So if they can carry that momentum over, they're going to be tough to beat.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him.
Well, what do you do when guys keep fouling pitches off like this? I guess you could back them off the plate by throwing one inside.
Down the first baseline, Valero takes it in, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, right fielder, Brandon Jordan.
Stepping into the box, Brandon Jordan comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Here's one that misses now to the Philly right fielder. It's 2 balls and a strike.
What we're seeing here is a guy getting pitched to very carefully. It doesn't matter that there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's a threat to score even when he's standing in the batter's box.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Michael Franco would be next. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 3-2 one more time. Ball hit out toward Utley at second. Reined in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Striding into the box, Rob Cortez. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Rob Cortez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Popped up towards the seats as this gets out of play. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 1-2 delivery. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. And that's in there. Base hit.
Well, here we are with the leadoff hit in the second, and the pitcher really struggled in the first inning. So you got to be a little bit concerned. The stuff just doesn't look like it's there today.
Stepping in now, Brandon Barnes, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 0-1 delivery. Now a swing and a fly ball. Jordan sprinting after it, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Phillies. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed standard baseball.
In is the second baseman, Chase Utley. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Coming in is Jay. He gets there, and that's the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting ninth, catcher Kevin YABU.
So digging in now, Kevin YABU. Fastball in there for a called strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Rockies strand one, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Now at the plate, Michael Franco. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. And that pitch catches the inside corner. And he misses with it, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. A changeup over the inside corner.
Well, that changeup right there sets up a lot of things. Now the count's 2-2. He can come back in with a fastball, and it's going to look like it's moving a little bit better. Or he can go back to that changeup.
Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
Well, a leadoff single right here in the second inning. This is a good sign. Maybe this is how they get right back in the game, being already down a couple runs early.
Jose Bautista.
Into the box now, Jose Bautista, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Here's the first pitch to him. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, he's really struggled. I mean, 0 for the series, but the confidence they have in him, he's still in the lineup. Let's see if he can break out right here.
Here it comes, 1-0. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Nobody out, runner on first. And that swung on and fouled straight back. And another foul ball. Again, a 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Seems like he's throwing everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled him off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
From the belt, the pitch. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2.
Back-to-back changeups, and he fouled that one off right there. I don't think he's going to come back with the third one. I got to be thinking some other pitch is coming. That is the 4th foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
All right, here's how the Rocks line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking out in the outfield at Charlie Blackmon. You know, this guy can play all over the field. I love the sweet throwing left-hander. He can go get the ball, too.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Takes a curveball right on the corner.
That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get that ball down to be effective.
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Tag applied by Utley, and he is out at second base.
Wow, that's a big-time throw right there, and it's a tall task to throw him out stealing a bag, but he got rid of it quickly, and it was a good job down there applying the quick tag. They'll have to feel good about that one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Another 0-2 home. 2-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again.
That was a tough pitch to spoil right there. A 2-strike changeup on the corner. Tough pitch to foul off.
Chopped weakly to the right. That's a foul ball.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Too high. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire.
That was the 4th foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
Ready with another 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
This is a great battle on both sides. He's throwing strikes and he's fouling balls off. What's going to give?
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Chopped foul wide of first. Once again, a 3-2. And he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got 2 outs, and he wants to get that 3rd out as quickly and painlessly as possible, but that hitter makes him work his tail off, and he still loses him.
So striding in, Edmund London. His solo shot accounted for their only score of the ball game a night ago. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0.
Seems like he's just lost the strike zone these last several pitches. He's got a walk, and that pitch right there, that wasn't even close.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Heading out towards shallow right. Marquez has it in his tracks, and that retires the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday night baseball after this. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Charlie Blackmon. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd.
BLACKMON.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt to first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ripped down the line. Fielded by Rendon. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
The batter, number 28, third baseman, NOLAN ARENADO.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. NOLAN ARENADO. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Troy Tulowitzki. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Fastball called for strike 2.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys. Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
Pitch on the way. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
You know, there aren't many guys that could just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
1-2. Here it comes. Shoots this one over to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Well, there's a little 2-out base hit. Maybe start a little 2-out rally. Now he's giving up some runs. He's a little vulnerable. We've seen him give up runs already in this game. So maybe this is the start of something big.
Now a snap move over to first. And a dive, but he's back. Into the box, Sebastian Marquez. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
I'm a little surprised right now. He finds himself down 0-2, but he has been extremely hot. But the surprise is they're coming after him, even on this hot streak.
Here it comes on 0-2. Hit in the air out to center field. On the move is Jay. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Colorado. They're up 2-0. Now to the plate, Ben Zobrist. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Ben Zobrist.
First pitch on its way. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that one right down Main Street.
Now, Matt, this is the tough part of being the 8-hitter. That ball's right down the middle. So it makes me wonder, is he trying to give his pitcher a breather, or is he just not being aggressive? With the pitcher hitting behind you, you get a ball groove, you got to take a big hack.
This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Well, that's what you want. The guy in front of the pitcher leads off the inning with a hit. Now it's time to play some baseball. Are you going to bunt him over? Are you going to hit and run? Are you going to steal? What are you going to do? It gets fun now.
Stepping up now, Woody Swanson. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Hey, sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
In now is John Jay. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Second at bat now. He grounded out to start the home first. Ready with the 1-0. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
Clearly staying away from him in this at bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Anthony Rendon is on deck. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. One out and a runner on second base. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Ready for another chance? Anthony Rendon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it.
First and second now, one man out. Now a ball line fouled up and over the Phillies dugout. Ready with the 0-2. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time? That's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Into the box now, Brandon Jordan. And that misses, ball 1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Phillies leave a couple. They trail it here 2-0. Digging in to try it again, Jeremy Valero. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Valero.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball.
Oh, he was geared up for that pitch. He got what he wanted. He just got out in front of it. The
windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Now batting. Catcher.
Stepping into the box, Rob Cortez. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
He's really been good this game. Around the plate, throwing strikes, hasn't walked anybody. Right now he finds himself a little bit of a hole, but he can battle back.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Hit softly on the ground to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And as you can see, both starters working in the low 90s, 91 and 90, the top fastball velocities. Standing in, Brandon Barnes. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball in the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at-bat goes on. I love it.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Jordan is in his tracks now, and he will put it away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Rockies as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back alongside Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Michael Franco gets set to start out the inning. This is foul right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
Well, that fooled him right there. Clearly, he was not sitting on that curveball. He couldn't pull the trigger.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. On the ground, softly towards second. Throw over by Utley, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Jose Bautista.
Striding in once again, Jose Bautista comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Blackmon is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Coming to the plate now, Wilson Ramos. He drew a walk his first time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a two-run game, a two-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
And he looks at a curveball that falls in 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. 1-2, here it comes. Again, he sends it out of play. Ready on 1-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Just short, hit hard. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail things here 2-0. At the plate, Chase Utley. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Second baseman, Chase Utley.
Here's the first pitch to him. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. Utley awaits the 1-0. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Ball's behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
And he takes a pitch right down the middle. He just took a fastball right down the middle, 2-0. He must have been sitting on a breaking pitch, because you don't take that unless you are.
Slow bouncer to the right side, but it gets foul. Set to deal on 2-2. Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Rolled slowly to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, pitcher, Kevin YABU.
Digging in, Kevin YABU. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now here it comes. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. And that'll get down for a base hit.
He is having a terrific game, pitching well enough to get back to the plate again, and this time he delivers with a base hit.
Charlie BLACKMON.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's Charlie BLACKMON now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner. 2-1. set, and the 2-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Ramos waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter, number 28, third baseman, NOLAN ARENADO.
Here's NOLAN ARENADO. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. Hit hard towards center. In is Jay, but this ball's in front of him for a base hit.
Great execution. You hit it where it's thrown, right? That ball's thrown right up the middle. He hit it right back up the middle. A lot of hits in the middle.
Tulowitzki.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball just below the knees. Ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Looks at a changeup right over the middle. 2 runs, 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And he misses 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Squared that one up just a little late. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. 2 left for Colorado, but they hold a 2-0 lead. In now, Edmund London. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
They can't afford to continue to fall back any further. They got to get something going on the offensive side. Somebody's got to step up, give a big hit, maybe even a home run, drop a bunt, do something. But this offense has to get going.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, that's an ugly swing right there. And they haven't been getting on base. They're not doing much of anything right now. And I'll tell you what, they got to figure out something to make an adjustment, or this game could get ugly quick.
Got him.
The second baseman, number 18, and
digging in the switch hitter, Ben Zobrist. A base hit in his first trip. First pitch on its way. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Bolero is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
The pitcher, number 31, Woody Swanson.
Adrian Beltre will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher
Phillies,
here.
Number 29, Adrian Beltre.
The cutter runs outside, ball 1. He'll enter play here up near the 340 mark. 5 homers and 14 driven in. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's got 1 pitch, I think, away from getting through 5 shutout innings. It's pretty impressive right now.
Cut fastball misses, 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Ryan Webb will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Number 59, Ryan Webb.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Sebastian Marquez.
Right
0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Marquez.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Now the 0-1. Check to swing there and pops this one up. And there's your first out of the inning.
Up next for Colorado, first baseman Jeremy Valera.
Ready for another shot now, Jeremy Valera. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled back. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Well, he was clearly looking for a fastball right there, and that slider got right to him and went whoop, slid to the side, and as a result, you got an ugly swing and miss.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Here's another 1-2. A shot down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now another 1-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And my goodness, that nearly got him as he had to back away from it. It's ball 3. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Standing in now, Rob Cortez, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Jay comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
The left fielder, number 1, Brandon Barnes.
Ready once again, Brandon Barnes. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Here's the first pitch to him. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. Throw over to first, and the runner back. Oh and 1, here it comes. Line drive to left. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. In now is John Jay. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And now a pitch on the way. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw on to first by Tulowitzki is in time for route number 1.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
In now is Anthony Rendon. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he takes a cold strike. 0 and 1.
Well, he's really having good success in this game. And, you know, looking at it, you go, how's he doing it? Well, it's surely not the first pitch strike. I mean, he's a little over 60% first pitch strikes. That's good. It's not great. For the type of success he's having, you can't figure it out.
This is line to left. Barnes is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Striding in once again, Brandon Jordan. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Swing and a liner. Foul. And the pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're down 2-0. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Rockies out on top in this one as we head to the 7th. But before we get started, let's get a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Brian Morris is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 57, Brian Morris.
Ready for another chance? Chase Utley. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Chase Utley.
Line to shortstop, and there's one away.
The pitcher, number 21, Kevin YABU.
Digging in once again, Kevin YABU, a hit in 2 tries so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
That was a first pitch fastball. He just blew it right by him. You talk about an overpowering fastball working today. He's got a good one going.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Bases are empty, one man out. And a minimum effort at bat that time as the pitch is taken for a strike 3 called, and he'll go back to focusing on pitching instead. 2 away now.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
From the stretch. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A fastball that just misses inside. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
NOLAN ARENADO will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. Before the first pitch, a check at first. Runner back safely. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And he'll dive back in. The 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Two out with the man at first. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
For the most part, he's looked really locked in at the plate in this game. Not so much on that swing, though.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Rockies strand 1, but they're on top 2-0. Digging in to try it again, Michael Franco. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Well, that's another first pitch strike right there. Now he's over 70% so far in this game. First pitch strike to hitters. That's why he's deep in the game right now.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Gets a small piece near the plate. On to first, and that is a big out to lead off the home seventh.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Stepping in now, Jose Bautista. As he rips it on the ground to second. And no shot that time for Utley. It's by him into center for a base hit.
Matt, that's a big base hit. I want to see now, can he get guys out from the stretch? He retired a lot of guys in a row in that windup. Now he's in the stretch. Let's see if they can get to him out of the stretch.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
And this one's in the dirt. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here, from down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And they're on the board as now it's a 2-1 ball game.
Well, Matt, they didn't score much yesterday. You know, the conversation before the game was the offense going to be able to do anything today. Right there, that one run might be enough to kind of propel them into a good stretch there.
Now here comes the Rockies skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Juan Shannon takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Shannon.
In now, Edmund London, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Well, he's got a double play situation right here. If he can get the ball down, everything's been up. So I'm not really looking for a double play. It might take 2 or 3 hitters to get out of this jam.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Got him on a good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0. Here it is. Slice down the left side, but foul. Zobrist awaiting the 2-1. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
A runner on first with 2 away. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. BLACKMON is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Rockies 2 and the Phillies 1. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Ken Giles will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Brock Holt is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Now a left-hander up and throwing in that Philly bullpen. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Here it comes, 0-2. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And Tulowitzki lifts this ball down the left field line, but it'll wind up hooking foul back up into the seats. Push softly over toward the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Well, no surprise, another single to lead off the inning here late in the game, but they haven't had a lot of runs. They've got a lot of hits today, but they haven't been able to put things together. I guess I give a little credit to the pitching staff, not allowing consecutive hits to hurt them. Into the box now, Sebastian Marquez.
as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Clearly, they're not trying to give him anything to hit, are they? I mean, everything's away, but he's sitting 2-0. Let's see if he extends and maybe looks outside to drive some.
The 2-0 pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
You're sitting 2-0 in that situation. You get the fastball, but it's not the location you want, so you lay off it. I love that. That's great disciplined hitting.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to first. And a sliding effort there, but he can't get a glove on it. A base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The first baseman, Jeremy Valera.
Digging in, Jeremy Valera. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? There's one on to first, and they get them both.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Into the box, Rob Cortez. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
He's putting on a little bit of a pitching clinic now. Look, he gives up a single and a single. Then he got the double play ball. Now he's got 2 strikes. If he can wiggle out of this, leaving a man stranded on base, that's a really good inning.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Colorado as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Boone Logan is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 48. Boone Logan.
Here's Brock Holt now, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Action now in that Colorado pen as a southpaw has stood up to throw out there. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Now the pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Blackmon is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting.
Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. In now is John Jay. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. First offering on its way. And that misses for ball one. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Stepping up to the plate, Anthony Rendon. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. This one skied out toward right. Marquez on the move. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Phillies down in order. Our score remains 2-1. Nighttime shot of Philadelphia City Hall as we're back for the 9th inning from Citizens Bank Park. Matt McCormick enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. So striding forward now, Brandon Barnes. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Brandon Barnes.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
In is the second baseman, Chase Utley, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Utley awaits the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A good pitch there down in the zone as this is popped weakly to the left side. Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2.
The pitcher, Boone Logan.
Carlos Gonzalez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 5, Carlos Gonzalez.
Just got a piece of the fastball that time as it's chopped foul at the plate for strike 1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And Gonzalez lays off as he goes to 2-1 now. Dribbled to the right side. And the pitcher will just run over and take this one himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They lead it 2-1.
Your
Todd
attention, please.
Oliveros comes
Now
out of the
pitching for the
bullpen to
Rockies,
shut things down
number
here in the
16,
ninth.
Todd Oliveros.
Settling in now, Brandon
Leading off in the
Jordan.
bottom of
He'll
the
be the
ninth,
one to get us going here in the
right
bottom of
fielder,
inning number 9.
Brandon Jordan.
And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Smoke toward third. ARENADO has it on to first, and that is a huge out to start the bottom of the ninth.
Now batting, the shortstop, Michael Franco.
Striding into the box, Michael Franco. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the ninth.
Now batting, left fielder, Jose Bautista.
Digging in and looking for more, Jose Bautista. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. And here's a swing and a miss, so the Phils are down to what could be their final strike now.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Close one tonight, 2-1. Third of the season.